welcome back to my business talk with a twist. She looks terrified, doesn't she? I think it's the truth all day. But yes, so what does that mean? So the talk show starts with 3 random questions. It's nothing about the business. It's something that will be very personal. Okay. Followed by business talk, where you educate us about your business and how you can help others. And it will end with truth or dare. Yes, it is. And can I just ask you to confirm you haven't seen any of the questions here?
No, not at all.
Any truth or dare? The list that I've prepared?
No. Whether you get an answer or not, that might be slightly different.
Excuse me, this is my show. I will get an answer.
Okay, we'll see.
Is she not?
We're working on it.
Yes. So let's get started. 3 random questions. Here we go. Okay. So, random question number 1.
Okay.
What advice that sounds wise but is utterly useless in real life? So let's think about if you've given any advice or received any advice that sounds wise, but in actual fact, it's useless in real life.
I don't think I have actually in terms of that. I think very much anything that comes to me in terms of questions or ways to improve your knowledge has always been something that I could use, to be fair. I mean, my strapline's information is power. However you use that information can determine the path that you need for your business or personally. So yeah, that's the only thing. But you've got to put it into practice.
So there's been nothing that's actually useless. Everything and advice that you've received or given, it's all been useful.
Yes, it has. How much useful it has been depends on how the person actually receives it, and implements it. Because there's a lot of people I can say lots to, and they never do anything with it. But then come back years later and saying, oh, I need to do this. And I said, well, I told you that 2 years ago. So, it's how people receive it and whether they run with the advice given.
This is where I will put you on the spot, and this is still question number 1.
Oh dear.
So what about your kids? Have you given them any advice? Wise advice, but in actual fact, you're like, that is just utter useless. Why did I even say that?
You'd have to ask them, to be fair on that one, because we talk a lot as most parents. When you've got young children, we have careers evening. So we have where we just get some food in, and they're able to tell me how they want to define their career. Oh, I've just thought of one actually. My son, bless him, we had a careers evening. And he said he wanted to be a rapper. As you can imagine, Mum's heart is broken. So I said to him, that is great. So I said, right, so we've got to do A-level English Written Language.
For rap?
Yeah, because you've got to learn to put words together, and it's also got to have meaning. And I says, and if you really want to make the biggest influence on people, use good and positive words that will encourage and guide others, because you're a young teenager as well. He never took that advice. Yeah, I think the A-level Written Language
put him off. So he doesn't want to be a rapper anymore.
Oh no, he came to that conclusion all by himself.
That is brutal. Oh,
look, rappers need to have some literacy skills. They've got to be able to articulate. And the fact that he doesn't like talking before 12 o'clock, I thought, well, we're on a sinking ship. So,
okay, love it, and I'm sorry. Okay, if your life had a background soundtrack, what song would play during your most unnecessary drama?
be a Notting Hill one, wouldn't it? With Hugh Grant and Julia.
Why?
I love Notting Hill, but then if you go and put that on in the midst of my drama, that's not good neither. No. But yeah, I love Notting Hill.
Okay.
So it's one of my favourite films.
Lovely. Now, the final question. What's something you learned far too late in life? So just think about what you've learned.
Oh, it's definitely a financial thing. Definitely in property. And not listen. Well, when you're in an environment where people are positive, it's easy to succeed. When you're in a situation where somebody's not sharing a dream with you, it becomes difficult.
Yeah.
So, and because I've come away from that, I've actually grown a lot more so, knowing more about property and developing a little property portfolio myself.
Lovely.
But I wish I'd have started it sooner.
See, that's a bit of like a wise advice. Oh, you do good at this. I was hoping that I could trick you into that.
Oh
But
dear.
what are you like?
Life experience, dear.
Indeed. So now we've done the 3 random questions. Let's move on to business talk. So just before we start the business talk, Una Brown, please introduce yourself to the camera, who you are and what do you do and what's your business name?
Okay. Good day to you all. My name's Una Brown. My company is called Other People's Data. And what that does, it looks at all your privacy notice, all of the compliance stuff around GDPR and all of those quality management systems that you need to put in place in order for your business to be, 1, compliant or to be tender ready.
Lovely, thank you for that. So just before I start asking you some questions, now Other People's Data, can you just break down what is Other People's Data? Because it sounds very GDPR and it's all like a collection of data. It's not about leads, is it?
No, it isn't. It's very much what you do with that data. I've called it Other People's Data because it is yours. It doesn't belong to me. I come in as a data processor is the GDPR term, because you will always be the controller. So it's just to help really you to be mindful of what information you are taking, and don't take things that you don't really need to take, because yet again you've got to be accountable for it. So since 2005 it's been a long journey.
It has. And do you believe that all businesses now are following the GDPR process, or do you have a bit of a fear that not all understands it? Do you still need to educate businesses about GDPR?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think they have some understanding, but not to the extent to say, look, how are we managing the information that we have? And I think, especially in some industries, they tend to forget and just say, oh, well, it's all right, it's all on my phone, it's all on this. But yet again, some people's lives revolve around that phone. So how are we protecting it? And sometimes, they don't see the importance of protecting it. Bearing in mind, if it goes missing, then they can't function. And I have to say, well, that's your asset.
Absolutely, definitely. I mean, as well as it just being a sheet of paper, talking about your policies, you also need to act on it as well.
Very much so.
And that could also interlink with IT, because obviously how are you backing up your data?
I deal with a lot of IT companies, especially when I'm having to ask them to do like a data filter. I like to work with IT companies that understand what I'm asking them to do. And in some cases they can become my barrier, because they get all protective for whatever reason. And I have to say, no, I'm here to work with you, not against you. And you and I know the fines are quite hefty.
Yeah, they are very heavy.
Okay.
They are. Yeah. And also, I mean, I interviewed Greg Shepherd from Emery IT, and he's such an IT geek. He knows everything about the security, the cyber element, which is obviously all attached to data. And cyber insurance is so essential to work alongside that. Once you've got your GDPR in place, they will also ask about the data, how is it protected, and then you've got your cyber insurance, and it more or less works together. It's like a little cyber family, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because to be fair, if I do get a call to say, Una, I think we've been hacked, my first thing is, where's your IT department? Because we have to work together in order to get that report together.
Exactly.
To determine how severe this cyber attack has been, and also we have 72 hours to get it to ICO, and there is a form online that you have to complete. So yet again, I try and take the pressure away from the owners, a bit like the IT chap, so that we can actually get our documents, one, in place, the report accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have to put a plan in place to, well, the IT chap would need to put a plan in place to stop any further compromise on their system. But I have to put a plan together now, really, as how we manage this moving forward, how we're going to reassure the people on the database. And again, the reassurance is the key on this one.
Yeah. Because
people will get upset and they will be concerned about the information that's been shared, and we have to be transparent with that.
Absolutely. And you mentioned about the 72 hours notification with ICL. For those who are not familiar with the term ICL.
Oh, the Information Commissioner's Office. Sorry, yes.
You see how she said that? With some joy and happiness, and it's like, oh, I know.
Look, they're there to make sure that as businesses that we look after people's information.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's vital. Probably years ago, people would normally sell on your information. Now it's less so, very much less so. So just be mindful of how you do obtain information, because we've got to put a plan around it and we've got to justify why we have it.
So would you be happy to speak to other businesses in regards to ICO, and just to check that they've got all the GDPR in place?
To be fair, Neelam, I am trying to get around as many businesses as I can, even if it's just for a 2-hour audit or a full day audit, just to make sure that they're compliant.
Yeah.
And everything that they've got written down actually reflects the way that they collate the data. Okay, and there's so much more that follows it, but for the purpose of the video today, I just thought I'd just cover that.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
Section.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Your contact details will be provided in the description of the video, so feel free to reach out to Una. Even if you do have something in place, policies, ICO, she's more than happy to review and obviously give her professional advice and recommendation and take it from there. Okay, so we've spoken about GDPR. Now, we did have a conversation previously about this new act coming.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's another thing she's happy about.
You know, to be fair, the government are trying to tighten up on things, and I can see why.
Yeah.
Okay. Normally when we're always doing something good, somebody can spoil it for the rest of us. So because they're addressing it now, yes, it's got landlords, I wouldn't say scared, but just discouraged is probably a better word, from holding on to the properties. I would say no, keep them.
Yeah.
Because the intention is you've just got to do a little bit more administration.
See how excited she was? She didn't even give me time to talk about the act. She was just on it.
Oh,
that's her passion. Honestly, anything paperwork and policies, she's like, yes. Okay, so for those who are watching and listening, I'm referring to Renters' Rights Act 2026, which will come into play in May.
1st of May.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. 1st of May.
Yeah. As landlords, we've got to get all those documents out to our tenants quick, smart.
Okay. Can you break it down for us, please?
In terms of the information that they require?
Yep.
Oh.
And a bit more about the Act as well.
Oh, well, the Act is more of a legal standpoint, but in terms of us as landlords, as what we need to do, we definitely need to be registered with ICO now as landlords, because we're collecting information.
There you go.
There's a privacy notice, which normally attaches to that. I've started, as I was saying earlier, is looking at privacy notice because it's probably new to some landlords. Again, I do support with that. I'm currently just testing one out at the moment because, yet again, if they change anything between now and the end of the month, I've got time to change it or upgrade it. So then when my tenants get the pack, because they'll get a lovely pack through the post, please, if you, the only thing I will say with this, if you're used to emailing your tenants, then that's a preferred way of sending it. If you're not, then it's got to be a registered delivery, so you've got proof of that being delivered to them. So yet again, I'll put those packs together, and I've just done it for a couple of landlords at the moment, bless them. It allows, I've even created the letter for them to let them know this is the reason why, and our inspections now are going to get a little bit more detailed. And yet again, our maintenance report sheet, which I've created just to help the landlords understand a little bit more what they need to do.
So what's changed, Una? What's changed? Because I believe in regards to the tenants, they've got some rights. Obviously, that's why it's called renters' rights.
Yeah.
As well. So I mean, what's changed?
Well, I went to a seminar probably last month with the solicitors, and there's quite a lot actually, and I don't think it would cover in this podcast, but I would say, first of all, try and see if you can get to a solicitor's event on renters' rights. That would be the first thing. Get it from a legal standpoint. But for us as landlords, this inventory needs to be on point. I have one. Again, if you want to put the rent up, there's a new form now, so I'll put that as part of the pack. Privacy notice, all in there. So it's to help them just know that if they want to do something. And also the fact is, it's a rolling contract now, tenancies.
Okay.
So every year I've done one, so you could just imagine from 2000 and odd, I've got all of mine all in order. But yet again, the gas cert, the electric certs needs to be part of that pack as well. So there's a lot that goes into it, but I put them all together and then we get it out to the tenants.
Okay, I know you mentioned you will obviously give a pack out, but can I just ask in regards to rolling contract, because previously landlords would actually just send one for the first year.
Yes.
And it depends on whether it's 6 months or 12 months contract.
Yeah.
Or if they... Sorry, let me go back again. So rather than giving it every 6 months or every year,
it just keeps rolling. Yeah, it just keeps going. After you can give when you get a new tenant, you give them a tenancy agreement from there, and that will roll till whenever they decide to leave.
And what if they want to change the rent figures?
Oh, there's a new form. There's a new form which I've downloaded and it's part of my pack.
Yes. So if you want to know more, please get in contact with Una Brown, because she's got the pack. It's all about the pack. You need to give it a name. What do you call this pack?
Good grief. I haven't thought of one yet, but I dare say by the time 1st of May comes, there will be something that I'll come up with. But it's to support the landlords. Don't be put off by it. It's something that you do already in terms of your gas and your electric and the general maintenance. It's just that you need to log it. That's all. And we have to show a good, detailed demonstration that we're monitoring the process of the tenants.
Exactly, and I think from the sounds of it, there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be done, and it's not just paper, it needs to be followed up, and that is a support you can give too. Yeah.
I'm doing more and more in terms of support because it's all around compliance. Again, so, but these, I'd imagine, I know some Some landlords put it in a limited company, so they would already have those things in place. But for the ones that are sole traders that have just got a couple of properties or have still got quite a lot, but under their own name, that's where these packs will probably a lot more supportive for them.
Lovely.
To get used to it. And once you've done one, the rest just follow, honestly.
Lovely. So she says.
Well, yes, once you've done something once, it becomes easy. It becomes systematic for yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so we've spoken about GDPR, we've spoken about the new Act coming into play. Now, is there anything else that you can do to assist? I believe you do ISO as well?
Oh, the ISO 9000, those are for I won't say for limited companies, but they're for companies of a particular size, can be, that are looking to manage the process. It's more about your customer journey.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you treating that customer from start to end? Do you do feedbacks? Feedbacks is always good because it allows you to improve your business. Because, when you're working in something, you're not necessarily going to see how things are. You just think, right, let's get the job done.
Yeah.
Whereas the customer's thinking, oh, that was swift. Oh. Let me let them know how great they were.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's about those communications. And also, when somebody's got an upset as well, how do you manage those? So again, and do you manage them in a timely manner? It's all documented, and we look at all your policies and procedures that sits around everything within your company, which is all important.
It is important, and we've got that ISO 9001. She's our ISO consultant.
She has indeed. And you're doing really well at it.
It's on camera.
Yes.
Lovely. So have you got anything that you would like to mention to any businesses, any guides, tips, or anyone who's looking into setting up a business? Can you share anything?
If you're looking to set up a business, please get some business consultancy support just before you start, just so you're aware of your legal requirements, especially around data. Because, as it said, it comes with a fine, and the fines aren't small. Okay, regardless of the size that you are in terms of a business, it's not great, and it's a reputational as well. And you and I know reputation is everything.
Definitely.
Okay? But you can lose it overnight.
That's true.
Just from one mistake. So definitely get the support and advice, and always speak to your insurance provider as well, because that'll be on my case as well. Has your insurance covering this bit, business interruption, goods in transit? That sound really good now.
Oh, you do, yeah?
Yes.
Do you know what? I'll just sit back. Can you just introduce us, please?
But also, even with the excess, for those of you that come up with, issues with the excess, have a speak to your insurance provider. They have a secret passage that will help you.
Is there one insurance broker in particular?
Oh, there is indeed. And she sat right next to me.
Absolutely. So for all your insurance needs, please get in contact with Crownsway Insurance Brokers Limited, established since 1971. Perfect. Now, thank you for giving us a bit of an intro and some main, really good information and tips about setting up a business and GDPR. And the Renters' Rights Act 2026, and of course your policy and documents and ISO. Wow, we've actually covered quite a lot. Thank you.
We have indeed. But support's out there, just ask.
Yes, absolutely. Ask, and once again you will find Una Brown's contact details in the description of this video. Right, you know what's coming up next?
No, but I'm quite sure you're going to surprise me.
It is Truth or Dare.
Oh,
yes, indeed, it is that time, and I'm sure deep inside you are looking forward to it, aren't you, Una?
Not particularly, but go for it.
Oh, she is. Just imagine it's policies and documents and paperwork.
Oh dear. Okay, right.
Okay, so my question to you, Una Brown, is Truth or Dare?
Oh, I'd go truth. Yeah.
You are the first one.
Yeah, because I'm not in for days, but that's fine.
Oh, dear me, I was not expecting that. All right, because of that, you get 2 questions.
Torture.
Okay, so I want the truth.
Okay.
What's something you do differently when no one's watching?
Well, I do like my own space, so I'd probably camp on the settee with the popcorn, which I need to stop eating, and watch Virgin River. I know.
It's a new season.
I know.
You started on that?
No, I haven't, because I've got somebody in my house that won't let me watch it right about now, but we'll work on that later.
Okay.
They like detective, and Virgin River is not detective.
Thank you for reminding me. I need to watch the next season. But now, listen, no, stop. Would you stop doing this?
Sorry, but you asked for.
Okay. Right. What's something you pretend doesn't bother you, but it absolutely does?
When somebody they do the washing up and they put it on the drain, and knowing that I've got a dishwasher, I think that bugs me, because I'm just thinking, so now I've got a half full dishwasher when those items could have gone in and possibly made up the full amount in the dishwasher.
And is it anyone or someone in particular?
No names, GDPR reasons. but yeah, no, that bugs me. But I never say anything.
Till now?
Yes, till now. And sometimes, in some cases, I've still put it in the dishwasher.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I know. Not good, is it?
Have you not tried to hint?
I don't think they'd understand. Or they totally disagree with dishwashers anyway.
Do you know what you need to do?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched The Big Bang Theory, and you've got Sheldon? He's so into like policies, contracts and agreements. So you can create a home contract.
Oh, I would love to do that. My daughter would absolutely enjoy me to pull something out of the bag and think that I could enforce it. But she always loses anyway, because mommy wins. Yeah.
Not my words.
Yeah, my son just doesn't take it on.
Okay, just in case they are watching, please, I shall not be held responsible for any family arguments you may have post watching this. This is between you and your mum.
Yes.
On that note, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. You've made me laugh.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Crownsway Insurance Brokers Limited is a family business established in 1971. We proudly provide and assist with both business and personal insurance needs. Founder, late Dr. Dharam V. Duggal. Managing Director, Dr. Saroj K. Duggal, MBE. Contact the host. If you'd like to take part or discuss your insurance needs, telephone number 0121 554 3566. Email neelam@crownsway.co.uk. Disclaimer. This video and/or podcast is provided for informational purposes only and does not constitute professional advice. The views and opinions expressed by the host and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of Crownsway Insurance Brokers Limited.